Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us at Sacred Paths Yoga. My name is Lacey, and I'm here to guide you in an energizing flow today. We know that energy creates more energy. So in this class, we'll get moving, get the blood flowing, which will enhance our mood and cultivate more vitality in the body. So let's get started. When you're ready, you can find your way to a comfortable seated position. We'll begin here. So adjusting as needed to find that spot where you can sit comfortably, relaxed, yet alert. Elevating the sit bones or the hips up on a cushion or a block, if that's helpful. And feeling now a lengthening coming up the spine all the way up through the crown of the head. Invite a softness into your hips, into your shoulders, into your face. And if you'd like and feel comfortable, perhaps close the eyes down. From here, we simply tune in, listening to our breath, inviting it to travel in through the nose and out through the nose. And using the simple breath to energize our body. Filling each cell with fresh prana, fresh energy, new openings. And with the exhale, releasing anything we're holding, any tensions in the body, any thoughts. And just taking a few belly breaths like this, in through the nose and out through the nose, to clear the way, to energize and prepare for our practice. Next, I'll guide you into Kapalabhati. This is a pranayama practice meant to clear the mind, bring more energy and heat into the body, and more vitality into the body. So if you'd like, you can leave your hands where they are or place one hand over the belly. The breath will travel in through the nose and out through the nose. But on the exhale, it's a forceful exhalation with the belly snapping in and up to push the breath out. And the inhale is natural. So we'll do one round of 20 pumps. Take a breath in together through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Take an inhale, 3/4 of your lung capacity. And we'll begin. Exhale, 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 release. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And returning to your conscious belly breath. Maybe again with the eyes closed down, to just notice the effects of that pranayama practice on your state of being. Noticing if there's new energy circulating through the body, new heat. Notice the quality of your mind. Hopefully feeling a little more clear. And there's no right or wrong in how you're feeling. It's your experience. So we're just here to witness and to notice. Let's take another breath in together. And a breath out. And as you're ready, you can make your way to child's pose. So coming to child's pose on your mat. The knees can be wide or together if you'd like a little more support for the spine. And then releasing the whole upper body down to melt towards the earth. So the hips are heavy on the heels, the head, neck, and shoulders can soften. The third eye connects with the earth. And just taking a few breaths here. And knowing that this is a place where we cultivate a sense of home, of softness. If we're becoming too heated or distracted or we lose our breath, we come right back here to child's pose at any point in our practice to reconnect, to return to our center. Let's breathe in together and out. And again, in and out. On your next inhale, we'll shift forward into tabletop, coming to all fours. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Press the tops of the feet to the earth. And we'll link our breath and movement as one. Take an inhale, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, push the earth away, chin to chest, round the spine. And again, inhale, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Good, long, deep breaths. Find a movement to match as we breathe and lengthen our breath. Create more space in the body to also open and lengthen. And just getting the feeling of how your breath can move your body, how it fills the spaces, and feeling free to move in any other directions that feel good for you. Just a couple breaths to explore anything you're holding, inviting your awareness there so we can breathe in and let it go. Once you feel warm here in your spine, we can return to our neutral tabletop, finding a flat back. Take an inhale here. Curl your toes under. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So we'll move right into some warm-ups here. First, we'll bend the right knee, lower the left heel towards the earth. And then switching, right heel becomes heavy, left knee bends. Keep breathing as we pedal the feet here a couple times. Maybe a little bit of movement for the hips side to side. And give the head a couple shakes. Yes, no, maybe. Just loosening up the neck. Let it fall heavy. The head's neutral. The ears landing between the biceps. Now come up onto your toes. Lift the heels all the way up on the inhale. Exhale. Heels come towards the earth. Just do that 2 more times, stretching the toes, our feet. These parts that carry us through our day, carry us on our journey. And then finding a neutral downward dog. And if you'd like, you can invite a little bend into the knees to help lengthen the lower back. Finding a breath that will energize this shape. We know our whole body's working here. Everything's activated, engaged, stretching. So we want to find a breath that will help energize and nourish every cell. So deep conscious breaths in and out. In and out. And staying with that, I'm going to take us through a couple variations. So we'll be moving through sun salutations in a few moments. And before we do so, we'll
take a few warm-ups and variations that we might want to add into our sun salutations to meet the needs of all levels of practitioners. So on your inhale, let's roll forward into plank pose. Exhale, lower your knees down, untuck your toes. Now shift the body weight forward, bend your elbows, and lower the chin down between the hands, the chin and chest down between the hands, hips stay lifted. On your inhale, we'll come through into low cobra, lifting the heart up, extending the legs, elbows squeeze into the ribs. Let's stay here as we exhale. Take another inhale, lifting the heart up. Exhale, press into the hands, come onto your knees, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, so that's variation 1. Also works as a great warm-up as we prepare for the sun salutations coming up. Okay, next option would be to inhale, come forward into plank pose. On your exhale, we'll keep the knees lifted this time, bend the elbows, come all the way down to your belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, low cobra, or coming up a little bit higher. Exhale, push back onto the knees, curl your toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Variation 2. Good, next one, we'll take an inhale, come forward into plank pose. This time, exhale. We can bend the elbows halfway, coming into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, lifting the chest, coming on to the tops of the feet. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So variation 3 would be the full expression in our sun salutations. So you choose your journey. What's going to best serve your body today can modify as needed. Let's take another breath in together and a breath out. On your inhale, we'll start to walk the feet up towards the hands. Make your way to a standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Feet can come hip distance apart. Knees can be soft. And take hold of opposite elbows. Gently sway side to side to decompress the spine. The head can take some movement as well. Imagine all the thoughts just dripping out, creating more clarity of mind. We can direct our energy where we want it to go. Release the elbows if they're bound. Keep the bend in the knees. Press down through the feet and slowly take a roll up, one vertebra at a time. And come to standing mountain pose. Lift the shoulders all the way up to the ears. Roll them down the back. Tadasana. Feet can be hip distance apart or big toes touching with the heels slightly apart. Palms facing forward. Let's find our breath that will carry us through our sun salutations, keep us energized and present. So breathe in together and out. Another time like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. We'll begin Sun Salutation A. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway and lengthen, heart forward, belly in. Exhale, plant the hands down, step or hop back to plank pose or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take 5 breaths here. So we find stillness in the shape, stillness of mind, but the breath keeps flowing. Keeps us anchored to this now moment. Next inhale, we'll come up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step, hop, or walk up to your hands, lifting up halfway to lengthen. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, press down through the feet to come up with the flat back. Extended Tadasana. Exhale through center, mountain pose. So we'll do 2 more sun salutations, finding that variation that works for you. Breathe in together. Exhale, Anjali Mudra at the heart. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step, hop, or walk back to plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. You can always find child's pose whenever you need it to reset the breath, reconnect with your intention. From downward dog, take an inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step, walk, or hop up to your hands. Lift up halfway and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. Lifting the heart up to extended mountain pose. Exhale, realigning through center, Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, lift the heart, lengthen the tailbone. Exhale, fold forward. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step, hop, or walk back to your variation. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Use your breath to serve you. How can it energize this shape? Support you in this really active, dynamic posture. Next, inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or hop up to your hands. Lift up halfway, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, folding into standing forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, lifting the heart at the top of your breath. Exhale through center, Tadasana. Breathe in and out. Inhale. And exhale, bring your hands together, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen, tailbone lengthening back. Exhale, plant the palms down. We'll step back, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift the right leg all the way up to the sky. Let's hold here for the exhale, feeling long and strong in our legs. One more inhale, lift the right leg a little higher. Exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Keep the back heel lifted. We'll ground through the ball of the back foot and through the front foot, coming all the way up into high crescent lunge on your inhale. Exhale here, bending into the right knee tracking over the right ankle. Arms can be wide enough to allow the shoulders to soften. And we'll heat it up, energize it up for a couple breath and movement cycles. Let's take an inhale together here. Exhale, just bend the back knee, lowering to just hover above the mat. Inhale, coming back up, high crescent lunge. Exhale again, bend the back knee, lowering down to hover above the mat. Inhale, push back up, high crescent lunge. 3 more times. Exhale, lowering. Shoulders stay stacked above the hips. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, bend the knee, lower, almost all the way down. And inhale, coming back up. Last one. Exhale, lowering down. Exhale, high crescent lunge. Take an inhale, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale through the mouth, lion's breath, cactus the arms. One more time like that. Inhale, reaching up with the arms. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, arms reach all the way back up. Exhale, hands come to the earth, frame the right foot. We'll step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. You can stay right here. Take child's pose or flow along with me. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale, your variation, chaturanga, or lowering the knees first. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg all the way up. Exhale here. Another inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands. Ground through the feet, back heel stays lifted. Inhale, coming all the way up, high crescent lunge. Exhale here, finding your alignment. Shoulders over the hips, tailbone lengthening down, low belly in. We'll keep this alignment as we flow with our breath. Let's take an inhale together. Exhale, bend the right knee, lowering down so the knee hovers above the mat. Inhale, back up, high crescent. Exhale, bend the knee, hover. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lowering down, hovering the right knee above the mat. Inhale, back up. Last 2, exhale, bending down. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. And inhale, coming back up, high crescent. Preparing for a lion's breath to let it all go. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, cactus the arms through the mouth. One more time like that. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, arms come back up through center. Exhale, hands come down to the earth. Frame the left foot. We'll step back, downward facing dog. Option to stay here. Take child's pose or flow along one more time with me. Inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down, knees first or chaturanga. Inhale to open the heart, lifting. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Let's inhale forward into plank. This time we'll all lower our knees on the exhale. Send the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Returning home here. Stay in your child's pose a few breaths, allowing everything to soften, allow the body to calm and cool and ground down. Returning to your breath. Feel all this new energy circulating through the body. Harnessing it with your breath. Keeping it controlled, working for you, serving you in your highest purpose. Let's breathe in and out. In and out. On your inhale, we'll walk the hands back in towards the knees. Slowly roll the spine up to kneeling. We'll come to kneeling, lifting the hips off of the heels. Bring your knees hip distance apart. Tops of the feet and the shins press down to the earth. We'll prepare for camel pose. So if you know this is in your practice, you can stay here and follow along with me. If you need a little more space, you can curl your toes under, lifting the heels up. If you have some blocks handy, they can be really helpful here as well to bring the earth up to you, creating a little more accessibility. So wherever you are, bring your hands to your lower back. From here, lengthen the tailbone down, start to push the hips forward. And gently leaning back, coming into your back bend, the gaze comes upward. You may stay right here, reach back for your heels or your blocks. Creating a nice stretch for the front side of the body. Back bending poses really help energize. So breathing here, breathing space across the chest, expanding your capacity in your lungs, letting all that fresh prana enter the body. Take one more breath in and out. Hands come back to your low back wherever you are. Inhale, rise all the way back up through center. Exhale, release the hands down alongside the body, palms facing forward. In just a moment here to realign, to come back to neutral, tailbone lengthening down. Let's take another breath in together. Exhale, gently bring the hips back to the heels. And swing the legs around, come up to the top of your mat for seated forward fold. So extend the legs all the way out or keep the knees bent for a little more nourishment for the low back. Take an inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, we'll fold forward. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, soften. Beautiful counter pose for our back bend, folding forward, stretching the back of the body, calming, neutralizing. Let's take 3 more nourishing breaths here. And taking your last exhale here. On your inhale, coming up with the flat back, so gentle engagement of the belly, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, circle the hands behind you, plant the palms down behind the hips, fingertips forward if that's available. Point your toes down, lift the heart up. And stay here as your counter stretch. If you want to take it a little more energizing, press the toes down to the earth, press into the palms and lift the hips all the way up. You can gaze at the toes up towards the sky or all the way back. Let's take one more breath in together, lift. Exhale, gently lower the hips down to the earth. Hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. And coming to a neutral spine, preparing for boat pose. Our last heating, energizing pose. So give it all you have here. Really commit to this last part of your practice. Shift all the weight onto your sitting bones. Let the toes become light. You can hold onto your shins or the backs of the thighs and start to lift the feet up, shins coming parallel towards the earth. So really important here to keep the spine long, the heart lifted, back of the neck long, crown of the head reaching up. So if you got it here and can breathe fully still, and reach the arms forward. Just holding all our energy in here towards center, so palms facing each other.
If you can still breathe here, maybe you extend the legs a little bit or all the way. Let's take one more breath in together. Lift, you've got it. And exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the earth. For our final pose, Shavasana, you made it. So allow yourself a gentle landing and then adjusting your body as needed to find supreme comfort. Extend the legs, let the feet fall open, the hips can soften, glutes relax, lower back releases to the earth. And tuck your shoulders, let the arms extend out, palms facing up. The belly can be soft, the chest broadens, shoulders relax. Let go of your jaw, soften your mouth. Release your brow, soften your eyelids. Let the breath return to its natural rhythm. And feel whatever it is you're feeling. Time to integrate and process the experience of your practice. And also letting it all go. So it doesn't matter. Practice has served its purpose, energizing the body and guiding you to this place now of stillness, of deep release, of rest. So we'll take a few moments here to simply be. Returning to a conscious breath. And breath by breath, noticing the energy returning to your body. Feeling every cell renewed, refreshed, ready to begin. can wiggle your toes, your fingers. Take a big full body stretch as you're ready. Inhaling the arms overhead, point the toes. Exhale, bring the knees into your chest. Hug it in. And take your time, rolling to one side. There's no rush here. Give yourself the time and space you need. So you can hold on to this feeling, whatever it is we've cultivated through mindful breath and movement. Coming back up to seated. We'll end where we began, hopefully feeling some new energy and new vitality in the body. So taking a moment to bring it all together, close your eyes, allow your practice to settle. And bringing these feelings with you into the rest of your day. Take an inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Join the palms at the top of the breath. Exhale, bring your hands down in front of the heart center. Bowing into your heart. May it lead you today, as always. Deep gratitude for your practice. Namaste.